So some key takeaways today that we're going to kind of try to hit on. Again, we're only here for an hour, so we'll kind of briefly hit on all these, and then if you have follow-ups, I'm happy to address outside of this webinar. System review, so talking about various contractor systems, what to look for in those. There's obviously a lot of choices. I'll kind of hit on some of the key ones that we tend to see with small contractors, small businesses. Month-end close and interpreting financial reports. This is kind of the bread and butter of, with good financial reporting comes good decision making. So we're going to really touch on that. That's a big hot button for me with a lot of my clients. WIP schedule analysis, goes hand in hand with that month-end close. And then KPIs. What are some good key performance indicators to monitor depending on what side of the industry you are, what kind of company you are, and then custom reporting and dashboards. So really understanding the company, what you're looking for, what information you need to monitor, as what information management really should be watching month over month to continue to make good decisions. We'll have a little bit of examples in there too, some of the reporting that our team has been able to help our clients with, putting together monthly reporting packages, those kind of things. ERP system selection. So when we're looking at various contractor systems, what are we looking for? What's our goal in the system selection? And I'm going to just skip to the bullet point here. To me, it's all about timely, accurate financial reporting. And we don't do good financials. We don't dial in perfect financial reporting for taxes or for me to feel warm and fuzzy when I do the reviewed financials or audited financials. We do it so we can make good decisions. And so in order to do that, it must be timely, it must be accurate. If we have that, we're going to make good decisions. So when we look at a software, we want to look at what kind of software can allow us to do that, can allow us to kick out good financial reports within 2 to 3 weeks after the end of the month, so I can review them, as management can review them, make good decisions on where to steer the ship. The other piece is efficiency in our administrative roles. And we talk a lot about job profitability. Are we efficient enough on the jobs and the projects? Are our margins where they should be? How do we improve them? But I don't think we always think about that conversation within our back office. Are we efficient enough in our back office to allow us to grow, to maximize the time? Because the reality is, if I were to cut in half the amount of time most of my administrative team spends on their work, they're going to be able to redirect those efforts to other areas that are going to benefit the company. For example, I had a company that made $10 million last year. And when we started diving into the admin roles, we realized they had 2 people spending an entire day on payroll because they were doing it all manually. So they were getting manual time cards filled out by guys and inputting that into the software themselves by hand, and spending an entire day. When we consolidated that, when we came up with a new process, new system, it took them an hour and a half. So we streamlined that process. Now they can spend the rest of that day doing things, again, that'll benefit the company in other ways. So when we look at our system, how can we improve that efficiency of our office admin? I mean, even things like project managers, right? How do we improve that side of the efficiency? And I don't think we always talk about that side enough.